Last of Us 2 new update. We're talking new graphics, new modes, and at the same time, DC Entertainment lays off a third of its staff days before DC Fandom event. Why am I talking about DC Fandom event or DC in general? We'll get to that part later in this video, but first we need to talk about The Last of Us Part 2. What is up, SmackNPie here? Welcome back to another news video. Now today, I wanted to talk about Last of Us Part 2, since we talked about Last of Us Part 2 multiplayer last time. Today, Last of Us Part 2 and Naughty Dog released a new trailer for the Grounded update. This was actually expected as it was rumored, and then finally the rumors started to become a reality a few days ago, and now it is finally announced. On PlayStation blog, The Last of Us Part 2 update adds Grounded difficulty, Permadeath mode, and so much more. There's a 1 minute 23 seconds trailer that shows so much new stuff, and we're gonna get to that right here, right now. So the first thing we have is the Grounded difficulty and the new Permadeath. Now of course the Grounded difficulty is just like the first Last of Us. There's some description to it, let's just read it. For veteran Last of Us fans, Grounded difficulty represents the ultimate test of skill. This difficulty raises the stakes by not only making enemies deadlier and ammo upgrade and crafting materials incredibly scarce, but also removing invaluable tools for survival, such as disabling listen mode, deactivating elements of the hood, which I was really hoping for, and more. Beginning with the update, Grounded will become one of the base difficulty options available when starting the story, so you won't need to have beaten the game once already to access it. Then we know Permadeath mode, we don't have to talk about it, but my interest got piqued when I heard and saw, because at first I heard, then I saw the new graphics and gameplay modifiers and audio as well. So what do we have now? They said, quote, we're also debuting new unlockable gameplay modifiers like One Shot or Touch of Death. Actually, they've shown that in the gameplay trailer of how this is gonna feel like. That enables one-hit kills or infinite ammo, infinite crafting, infinite listen mode ranges to add a new twist to gameplay. Can I just say how important and exciting this is for so many Last of Us fans? I always felt like there was so much they could do with this game, and this new update is gonna do just that. What do we have here? Let's just see. We have Mirror World, Mirror on Death, Slow Motion, which I don't know about that. Bullet speed mode, infinite ammo, infinite crafting, infinite melee, infinite listen mode range. This is gonna be interesting for a lot of people. One Shot, I'm so excited for that. Touch of Death, we're not sure about that. Now this is where the parts get interesting. 8-bit audio, 4-bit audio, helium audio, and xenon audio. Now I can't wait for people to become creative and try out good stuff with these new options. The new options and improvements. Saves now display playtime up to the second. Film grain adjustment option. Disable listen mode option. Motion sensor function aiming option. Arc throw hood display option. Aiming acceleration scale option. Aiming ramp power skill option. Accessibility improvements to ground zero encounter. Collectible tracking. Enhanced listen mode for collectibles and a rope gameplay. And of course, if you go to the PlayStation blog, or even if you go to the trailer itself, you can see the new graphical updates and modes that you can actually play. You can see this one is by far my favorite one. You can see the cell shading graphics. I don't know how it's looking like on Abby, but it's definitely looking fantastic on Manny. That rhyme. And then we have 8-bit gameplay. I am so ready for this one, because I always wondered with these photo mode is that if these options, these film grain and these 8-bit cell shading, whatever, can be accessible in photo mode, why can't we implement that in the main gameplay so that we can play in a way that looks visually appealing to individuals' perspective? Because whenever I chose photo mode, because to me personally, many games, including Ghost of Tsushima, although they did fix it later, is that the saturation could use some work. In my personal opinion, I believe saturation should be turned a bit high, because when I was playing The Last of Us Part 2, saturation when I went to the photo mode, it looked fantastic, and I was like, why isn't this main gameplay? Why can't I use that as a main gameplay? But now with this, I really hope that we can mess with gameplay saturation just a little bit. But either way, I am super excited for it. I'm pumped for it. Do let me know what do you feel about this one. I'm not promising any gameplay. I'm just here to update you guys because many YouTubers gonna cover this part. But now, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about DC Entertainment. Now, why am I covering DC Entertainment? Because first of all, I've been covering Batman Arkham new game by WB Montreal, and I've been also covering Suicide Squad from Rocksteady, of course, and I've actually covered DC fandom a couple of times now, talking about why am I so interested in DC fandom because of Aquaman, Batman movie, Wonder Woman in 1984, and so much good stuff. You can watch those videos out. But today, unfortunately, we hear this news. I'm gonna share it from Screen Rant that says DC Comics is the latest victim of sweeping layoffs throughout Warner Media, with reportedly a third of its editorial editorial staff being let go Monday. Now there's still a lot of confusion going around. We're gonna try to picture of what's actually going on because nothing has been officially announced by DC or Warner Media. But this article's one element in specific actually got my interest because they said, quote, speculation from Variety says the move is likely at the behest of AT&T, which acquired Warner Media in 2018 for reportedly around $85 billion. According to the outlet, Warner Media is expected to let go of at least 800 staffers at its Warner Bros. And HBO operations as part of broad restructuring put in place by the unit's CEO, Jason Kyler. They also said that Variety's reporting goes on to say that the layoffs would impact approximately 650 Warner Bros. Employees and as many as 175 HBO staffers. DC Comics is now the latest subdivision to face the music as part of restructuring. Why is this important? Because I believe the A&T speculation is actually more likely to make sense because there were reports of AT&T selling or at least planning to sell WB Games at the very least to pay off their debts. And I believe 2 days ago we learned that they're not doing it anymore because they're keeping it at least yet. I believe the reason they kept the WB Games in division is because someone must have come through this plan of let's just lay off the lower division and let's just restructure the entire firm or even the divisions of the firm so that we can not only try to pay off our debts but also look less a-holes of corporate bullcrap in the mainstream. This is my take on what is going on because AT&T, we've been hearing it a lot, but all of this is just sad because it's just coming off right 2 weeks before the DC fandom, which we know over 300 actors, writers, directors are scheduled to appear in this 24-hour mega global virtual event. We are not sure how they're gonna approach this. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, interesting news left and right, but either way, do let me know what you think about all of this news. I'm actually extending my territory of the topics that I cover. But either way, do let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and I'll see you always on the flip side.